Good morning and welcome to the 2021 promotional exercises for Breed Middle School. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for our national anthem. At this time, I'd like to call up Valeria Mendez, who will be singing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose by stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello, everybody. My name is Nick Herreyes. I'm one of the vice principals here at Breed Middle School, and I'd like to thank everybody for joining, to thank our students, and I'd like to start by just saying it's been a very challenging year for everybody. Everything that we're facing individually and as groups had to be overcome. It took some perseverance. It took some adjustments in thinking, and it took some paradigm shifts. As difficult as it was for all of us, all of these responsibilities and decisions ultimately fell on our principal, Ms. Julie Loof. It is my pleasure at this time to introduce our principal, Ms. Julie Loof.
Good morning and welcome to Breed Middle School's class of 2021's virtual graduation. Our ceremony may not be in person due to current circumstances beyond our control. However, you all deserve to be celebrated, and that is what we will do today. This year was incredibly memorable, and it began with so many unknowns. Learning remotely from September to April was something that none of us could have ever predicted. Not only were you successful in this learning adaptation, but you persevered with grace and diligence, and without complaint or doubt. You embodied our core values that were bestowed upon you from day one, and with that, there is not much more we could have asked from you. We hope you continue to abide by these values as you continue to uphold greatness in your future endeavors. We start with the value of acceptance. There is something special about the diversity at Breed Middle School, where students and teachers are accepting of one another. You embrace friendships with those who are different from you. You take healthy risks in your classes, even when things get hard, and you accept these challenges with grace. We move to the value of shared responsibility. Our school would not be the best middle school in Lynn if it weren't for the remarkable students and teachers. We have taken on shared responsibility to learn, create, and motivate. We are respectful of one another and do our part in being the best versions of ourselves in order to establish a safe place to learn and grow. This year especially, we would like to thank the families of our students for your continued flexibility as we shifted to different learning styles and platforms throughout our time together. We have navigated the realm of new technology together, and we are so very appreciative of your support. We end with our value of achievement. You, the class of 2021, have achieved in ways that no other class has before. You have accepted remote learning, shared responsibility with your classmates and teachers, and have worked really, really hard to continue to achieve academically, socially, and emotionally. It has not been easy, but you have shown the resilience to achieve day in and day out, and I know you will continue to do so in the future. I am humbled in knowing that our Breed community extends beyond the bricks of our building. You have welcomed your teachers into your homes, and they have done the same. I am extending this to you. Breed will always be a home to all 350 of you who are getting promoted today. It is a place in which you can always return to. It is a place where your teachers and classmates have become your extended family. It is a place where people care about you. As a proud Breed graduate, I hope that you will always hold a piece of middle school in your heart and remember those relationships rather than this pandemic. Class of 2021, I applaud your dedication to your education, and I hope you continue to commit to being a leader in the future. Be a leader at school, be a leader at home, be a leader in the community. You have all shown tremendous potential, and if you continue to take pride in your community, your education, and most importantly, in yourself, I know you will be a success story. We will miss you all very much, and on behalf of the entire Breed family, we wish you all the best. I leave you with this excerpt from Amanda Gorman's inaugural poem, The Hill We Climb. When day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it, for there is always light. If only we're brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Patrick Tutwiler.
Dearest 8th grade graduates, it is positively my pleasure to join this momentous celebration of you. This event marks an important milestone. As your superintendent, I wish only to express a much-deserved congratulations and extend a request. I congratulate you because we only allow students who have met the criteria to move on to the next step. It's important here to acknowledge that you've met the criteria under uniquely challenging circumstances, circumstances unlike any 8th grader before you. You are to be commended for that. Never let anyone minimize all of the commitment, hard work, and sacrifice you experienced in the course of this year to successfully cross the finish line. And never forget to thank all who lent a helping hand. I'm proud of you, but more than that, I'm inspired by you. As for the request, the famous author Mark Twain reminds us that 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones that you did do. Sail away from safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. As a former high school teacher and principal, I can't begin to tell you how many of my students talked about how quickly their high school experience went as they prepared for their high school graduation. Time will fly as you experience the next stop in your education career. My advice? Take it slowly. Explore, try new things, and enjoy and appreciate every minute. This is usually the point at which one wishes luck upon the class that's moving on. Based on my observation of you during this unique and challenging year, you don't need luck. You have everything you need. You're ready. Thus, eighth grade graduates, I wish you well. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Tutwiler.
At this time, I would like to introduce Mrs. Duncan, our grade 8 guidance counselor, who recognized our top 10 students.
Good morning, grade 8 students, families, and friends. Congratulations to all of you today. The past 15 months has been a trying time for all of us, with many highs and lows, but you have made it. I have enjoyed getting to know you and your families over the past 3 years, and I wish you all good health and happiness moving forward. Remember, September is a time for new beginnings and a fresh start. So please work hard, make good decisions, and get involved. Congratulations, everyone. Now I would like to recognize Breed's top 10 students. Amelia Spencer. Rose Mathias. Melody Valise. Diana Quatch. Valeria Mendez. Victor Bunn. Brian Lopez Herrera. Lily Nguav. Nevea F. And Rishna Tak. Congratulations to each of you on a wonderful achievement.
Thank you, Mrs. Duncan. At this time, I would like to introduce Mrs. Nicosia to present the Loebner Essay Award and Lynn Teachers Union Award.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to announce the recipient of the George Loebner Essay Contest winner. This student is not here today, Juliana Carrasquillo. Oh! She is here. So we'd like to recognize her award. She wrote an essay to discuss the importance of education in her future, and she is recognized by the school committee for her honor. Congratulations. The next award is presented from the Lynn Teachers Union in honor of a love and passion for reading. This award winner is Amelia Spencer. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Nicosia. At this time, Mrs. Shepka will present the Breed to Beyond Scholarship.
The From Breed to Beyond Scholarship was designed to get our middle schoolers thinking and planning beyond Breed and beyond high school. The scholarship is funded solely by our faculty donations to help defray the rising cost of continuing higher education. This $500 scholarship is open to former Breed Middle School students who will be attending a 2 or 4-year college, university, or specialized school and have participated in community service. A good Breed citizen exemplifies the qualities of integrity, professionalism, and a commitment to excellence. This year's 2 recipients are Cassina Gaskin, who will be attending UMass Amherst in the fall, and Christopher Aiden, who will be attending UMass Amherst in the fall. Please come forward.
Thank you, Mrs. Shepka. Rishna Tak will now give the welcome address.
Today begins a new chapter of our lives. Before we flip the page, let us be reminded of the determination, dedication, and achievements that we have accomplished, bringing us to where and who we are now. Shall we start from the beginning? That being elementary school, or maybe even preschool. I, as well as many others, began with having only one or two teachers in a classroom with the same students every day, arguing during recess about the rules of Foursquare, having spelling tests, and seeing who ran the fastest. Looking back, times were much simpler. Some of us may have even taken them for granted. Years passed by, with more studying, more tests, and gaining and losing friends along the way. When we finally reached 5th grade, we felt superior as the oldest kids of the school. Transitioning to 6th grade at Breed, we had to start at the bottom again, this time with more knowledge. However, this allowed us to meet a variety of new people, including students and teachers, as we rotated between various classes. I had an opportunity to try different electives, I got lost in the halls, and the expectations were a lot higher of me. All of this was pretty typical of the middle school experience until one day, March 12, 2020, when an announcement was made that would change our paths forever. At the time, we were told that schools needed to close for a short time in response to COVID-19. We were assured that it wasn't too serious. Plot twist, it was. This global-wide pandemic not only affected our school lives, but our daily lives as well. We all had to adjust to staying at home and using technology along with other ways of communication that continued through our last year here. We have gone from classes to virtual conferences, unorganized folders filled with paper assignments, to typing everything online, and being able to see your friends 5 days a week, to only seeing their foreheads from a camera, or not all during school time. Fortunately, we were given the option to return while obviously taking necessary safety precautions. Give yourself a pat on the back for persevering through this. New and old friends, memories, and challenges, both good and bad, have shaped us into who we are today and who we will be in the future. Reflect back on how you've grown, whether it be academically or just as a person. Are you satisfied? There's still time if you aren't. If I had told 5th grade me that I would be standing here saying this speech, I may have passed out, but I am honored to have this opportunity. Thank you to Ms. Luff, our vice principals, guidance counselor, teachers, and staff for trying to keep us in line, setting us on the right track, introducing us to unique chances, encouraging us, and allowing room for mistakes. Thank you to those who served us breakfast and lunch and kept us fed, as not everyone may have had the easiest access to food. Thank you to my classmates throughout the years, even if we have never spoken. Thank you to my friends for the lives we have shared together. Thank you to my family for simply existing. Together, with your support, we managed to survive middle school during one of the most challenging times in history. Congratulations to us.
Thank you, Rishna. At this time, Ms. Waldron will read the names of the graduating class of 2021.
Brenda Acevedo Hernandez, Melvin Acevedo Hernandez, Isaiah Acevedo, Deborah Adolphe, Harrison Agramonte Guzman, Ashley Aguilon, Zainab Alwasani, Elijah Alcantara, Heriberto Alcantara, Leslie Ailman, Sheikh Ali, Jared Allen, Mohammed Al-Mansouri, Victoria Almeida Suarez, Ashley Alacunas, Gadiel Alba Aldana, Anthony Alvarado, Dominic Alvarado, Santos Alvarez, Brianna Anderson Mello, Islady Arsina Hernandez, Yusra Afiki, Zimal Abdili, Andrea Avia Bonilla, Carlos Baez, Megan Baker, Jean Barbosa de Oliveira, Jonathan Barrientos Diaz, Yulder Barrios de Leon, Yosiel Bautista Reyes, Xander Beauchamp, Marian Bebo, Andy Barras, Angelise Bingham, Eric Boley, Alicia Bond, Jamie Bosco, Jin Lee Bun, Lena Bun, Victor Bun, Jason Burgos Rodriguez, Nicole Campo, Diana Carrasquillo, Veronica Carrasquillo, Christopher Castillo Gomez, Lisaura Castillo Rodriguez, Adam Castillo, Evan Champlin, McHenry Chan, Aiden Charles, Yeri Chavez Hernandez, Joshua Chavez Perez, Arnold Chavez Romero, Sarah Chavez Esteban, Jocelyn Chile Perez, Angry Chung, John Christie, Xavier Clare, Valerie Colon, Sarai Concepcion Saldana, Ivan Contreras Fuentes, William Contreras Fuentes, Juan Contreras Reyes, Jada Corman, Jose Corvera Alvarado, Jenna Costa, Isaiah Cox, Guri Crispin Leonardo, Mackenzie Crowley, Erica Cruz Velasquez, Andy Culp, Jenna Dion, Keyshawn Daly, Francisco de la Cruz, Imale de la Rosa, Abraham DeLeon Lopez, Jefferson DeLeon Lopez, Mauro DeLeon Macaro, Gerson DeLeon Tio, Solmi DeLeon Tomas, Annalise DeLeon, Eric DeLeon, Shayla DeLeon, Wilson Dos Santos Rodriguez, Elizu de Oliveira, Abby DeLeon Angel, Brandon DeLeon Vargas, Christy Tessier, Aiden Dexter, Anthony Diaz de la Rosa, Jose Diaz, Anai Discua Espinosa, Kanitha Duong, Eleni Edwards, Gianni El Medusi, Giovanni El Medusi, Riley Elise, Asha Arazo Sagastito, Isabel Escalona Barrendo, Martin Escobar Escobar, Kimberly Esteban Mendez, Edwin Esteban, Kevin Esteban Chavez, Marlon Estrella, Navia F., Annabelle Ewing, Keisha Furman Romero, Andres Fernandez Acevedo, Nelly Figueroa Goncalves, Renzo Figueroa Valentin, Christian Figueroa, Jonathan Flores Garcia, Eden Flores Montano, Amara Flores, Medi Florestal, Olivia Ford Hyde, Jasmili Franco, Eduardo Fuentes Calillo, Alanis Fuentes Ortiz, Kenya Fuentes Reyes, John Fuentes, Tom Fuentes, Arvin Galicia Escobar, Christopher Galvez, Moises Garcia Chavez, Christian Garcia Fuentes, Roxana Garcia, Christopher German Diaz, Sani German, Marcelina Gomez Andrade, Laurelise Gomez Santo, Juan Gomez Lopez, Karen Gomez Lopez, Stacy Gomez Nolasco, Yasmin Gonzalez Kun, Wesley Gonzalez Teneo, Belengi Gonzalez Noah. Gonzalez Alvarado. Aiden Grullon. Dylan Grunst. Fredeline Guerrero. Brian Guevara. Michelle Luyan Torres. Riley Hart. Kira Hathaway. Oscar Heredia Garcia. Adiel Hernandez Flores. Kelly Hernandez Flores. Genesis Hernandez Molina. Pamela Holguin Collado. Tyrone Hong Morm. Kevin Howe. Anthony Huertas Sandoval. Rimsky Innocent. Nafika June. Jerry Joseph. Ambar Julia. Aaliyah Karkalea. Warren Keel. Jacob Kambarasava. Kayliana Keel. Michael Knowlton. Sophia Labella. Donovan Lamb. Tessa Lamacchia. Dennis Landeverde Moran. Shirelis Lara Caraballo. Omar Lara. Samantha LeBlanc. Mariah Lee. Nisha Leone. Brian Lopez Herrera. Chris Lopez Juarez. Maricela Lopez Lopez. Jennifer Lopez Lopez. Dylan Lopez Maldonado. Pablo Lopez Mejia. Milton Lopez Mendez. Casey Lopez Pascal. Darlin Lopez Perez. Jordy Franklin Lopez Perez. Karen Daniela Lopez Sandoval. Jennifer Lopez. Neilani Lopez. Alejandra Lopez Macario. Brian Lopez Mendez. Abner Lopez Perez. Juan Lopreda Chavez. Kiana Ludin. Randy Lovera Rodriguez. Tram Lu Nguyen. Andy Macario. Alicia Machano. Mohammed Macallo. Franklin Maldonado Rodriguez. Hazel Maldonado. Anna Malima. Sabon Mann. Alexi Mann. Ronald Manana. Johan Marcelino. Sarah Marciano. Victor Marquez. Samuel Martinetti. Gabriel Martin. Crismale Martinez de Jesus. Ariana Martinez Sanchez. Yainer Matias Pascal. Rose Matthias. Isaac Medina Sereno. Carla Medrano Hash. Andrea Melgar Gutierrez. Karen Mendez Lopez. Kevin Mendez Lopez. Andy Mendez Zacharias. Ashley Mendez. Ryan Mendez. Ryan Mendez. Valeria Mendez. Elia Merced. Renzo Mercedes. Nelsie Marita De Leon. Karen Mezes Aguirre. Lamin Minte. Marvin Miranda. Sadai Melgar. Franklin Mora. Juana Morales. Kalani Morla Cuevas. Ashanti Mott. Amy Nak. Edwige Naratel. Farah Nasrari. Victor Naduke. Khalil Navarez Candelario, Lily Guave, Leonardo Nin, Mia Nolan, Jeremy Nolasco Hernandez, Melvin Nolasco Lopez, Randy Nunez, Ariana Niaki, Janet Ogbegbe, Omar Okiram, Danalee Olivos, Catherine Orban, Kenneth Oriana, Evelise Ortiz, Ivenska Oscar, Luis Osorio Davia, Kaylin Oval Lopez, Nai Oval Lopez, Angelique Pagan Sagara, Joshua Palma Flores, Leah Packer, Sydney Paul, Mary Pian, Adrian Pena, Gerald Pena Molia, Adrian Pena, Yami Perez Lopez, Ronaldo Perez Mendoza, Yamilet Perez Rodriguez, Keisha Lee Perez Vasquez, Christopher Perez, Kira Perry, Angeline Fa, Jabin Pierre, Gabriela Pineda Aguilar, Angel Pojoy Leon, Eddie Huak Menchu, Diana Quach, Ramon Quinones, Aliani Ramirez, Marvin Ramirez Jimenez, Aliana Ramirez, Andy Ramirez, Angie Ramos Munoz, Stream Rashid, Adrian Reboledo Guevara, Nicholas Reed, Noralise Reyes Ocasio, Anthony Reynoso Santana, Elijah Rivera, Gianni Rivera, Jose Robles Bamaca, Marco Robles Gomez, Edwin Rodriguez, Genesis Rodriguez Marino, Leia Rodriguez Tavares, Anthony Rodriguez, Aisha Maybell Rodriguez, Carlos Jared Rodriguez, Diego Rodriguez, Isaiah Rodriguez, Ansel Rodriguez, Yahira Rojas Alvarado, Yahira Rojas Alfaro, Claben Rojas Tercero, Ashley Rojas, Mary Rojas, Amy Romero Marino, Jasmine Romero, Johanna Rosa Aguilar, Isabella Rosado, Lucas Rosario, Suri Rosas, William Ross Pena, Alfikir Ronok, Raymani Ruffin, Alam Saldana Tatus, Kira Salgado Rosario, Shamai Salim, Stephanie Sam, Liani Sanchez Yanoa, Ariel Santana Arias, Joshua Sazo, Chloe Sergi, Sophia Shute, Maria Silvia, Jenica Silverio, Jaden Simon, Matthew Sisson, Avian Sock, Victor Solis Hernandez, Eder Solis Lopez, Daniel Solis Mendez, Richard Songo, Isabella Soto, Stephen Soto, Amelia Spencer, Jordi Suarez de la Cruz, William Sullivan, Monte Taggart, Juan Tomeo, Savannah Tang, Rachana Tach, Gregory Thompson Krochmal, Antonio Torres, Luis Torres, Matthew Townsend, Anton Tran, Arnold Trejo Rodriguez, Daniela Trinidad, Kiona Tyler, Alice Valdez, Zoila Valiente Gervala, Melody Valise, Clefton Verdu, Shaylee Villalta Gonzalez, Charlene Villar, Sang Vo, Jonelle Walker Malone, Shania Warner, Emily Wells Orama Fannin, Soraya Wood, Juan Yanez Landaverde, Laura Yang, Celestina Zorilla de la Rosa. Congratulations.
Once again, congratulations, Breed Middle School Class of 2021. Thank you for attending our virtual ceremony.
a second. I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, he's waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses asking about a scar. And
I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between drinks and subtle things are holes in my apologies. You know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Whoa, tonight we are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Carry me home tonight. Just carry me home tonight. The angels never arrived, but I can hear the choir. So someone come and carry me home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. We are young. We are young. So let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.